Hello, my beauties. How are you all doing out there in the world? Wherever you are listening from, I would like to say thank you for being here with us. Thank you for tuning in. In the last week, I've had two new countries tune in, so I'm very grateful to have you all here with me. And today I am talking about the Taurus new moon that is occurring today. So some key points to kind of chuck in there straight away about this new moon is that Taurus energy is really soft, grounded, sensual kind of energy. It makes you stop and smell the roses. It wants you to notice and to find the little things in your life pleasurable. Big theme for this lunation is rest, relax, recharge. That's for your body as much as it is for your mind. And to indulge in life's little pleasures and treat and take care of yourself very well. So as we know with all new moons, it's all about the new beginnings, starting afresh, turning a page, turning a leaf, however you want to look at it. On new moons, the sun and the moon meet over the same degree of the same zodiac sign, and so this month they join us in Taurus, which is the second sign of the zodiac wheel. And Taurus, which is my sign, is a fixed yin earth archetype. Taurus has to do with consolidating what we already started. It's about meeting our survival and our basic needs, about deepening our connection with our physical bodies and with our senses. Now, this lunation in particular is relevant as it's the first new moon that is not an eclipse since the eclipse season began back on March 24th. So it's been a little while. And this lunation officially closes the eclipse portal and begins a whole new chapter for us all. It's also a supermoon, as it happens in the area of the moon's orbit that is closer to us. And for this reason, we're going to feel that energy much stronger than a regular new moon. Now, the Taurus new moon is especially relevant for those that are born with planets in fixed signs, as in myself, a Taurus. The fixed signs are the Scorpions, Tauruses, Leos, and Aquarians. The role of those fixed signs is to maintain and uphold and defend the positions of responsibilities, goals, and desires in everyday situations. Now, these signs are the least welcoming of change, which I've discussed in previous podcasts. Their role is to preserve tradition. So the individuals that are going to feel a personal impact by the super new moon in Taurus are experiencing a very tangible new beginning, and they're invited to reflect on what they're already committed to. Now, this new moon motivates them to align with their true values and inspires them to prioritize and invest consistently in what matters most to them. The nice thing about this new moon is that being in Taurus, it is the calm after the storm. It is the quiet after the chaos, and it is creating a space of healing for us. By far, this is the most loving new moon of the year so far, as it wants to remind us how beautiful we are on our insides and that we have the ability to manifest our heart's desires. Now, under this celestial event, we are called to attract and materialize abundance in all of its forms. So when we speak about abundance, we are not just talking about money and finances or financial opportunities. We can be talking about love. We can be talking about humility, compassion, everything in abundance. The highest form of abundance comes from things like humility and grace, love, compassion towards others and towards ourselves. So with all of these things in mind, it is asking us to welcome this new moon with an open and humbled heart and radiate those vibrations outwards into the world to create unexpected miracles for yourself. It wants you to spend time living in the present moment, tuning into those physical senses, embracing your vulnerable side, making decisions that are based on your beliefs and your desires and your own personal healing journey. Now, during this lunation, your throat chakra will be very much open, and it will allow you and give you the opportunity to speak your truth. So use it wisely and use it with love and compassion. And when the moon is in Taurus, there's a dedication to getting what we want, because Taurus is so oriented towards filling our needs directly. It's very much, again, think back to Taurus and grounding. Think back to when I was talking about chakras in previous podcasts. It's all connected to the root chakra, that grounding to earth from the root chakra, and that is where our sense of security and our sense of stability and where we fit into the world exists from. Taurus is incredibly connected to this area, so it's trying to ensure that our needs are filled, and that is our basic needs that get dealt with. If there has been a longing for something in a certain area of your life, then there is absolutely no better time than now to make that happen, make that change. Taurus is uncomplicated, and this is the perfect time to get things done, which means that it could inspire you to go into something fully and chuck your entire self at it and put yourself as a whole towards it. So Taurus, in this sense, in this period, is the calm after the storm. It's the quiet after the chaos and the space for healing in, especially after the eclipses, especially after Mercury retrograde. It's been quite the whirlwind, as we said in a previous podcast and a previous post that I put up. Aries energy that we've left come into the Taurus energy was quite fiery. And this is quite grounding and bringing you back down to earth. So feed into that calm after the storm kind of vibe that it wants to give you. Because Taurus is an earth element. It's a fixed sign, and it's ruled by the planet Venus. And it wants you to make your dreams more tangible. It wants you to use the strength and the stubbornness of the bull, which represents Taurus, to never give up. Use that stubbornness in the most positive sense of the word, and never give up on what it is that you are trying to bring into reality for yourself. Use this lunation to plant the seeds for growth, especially in areas of finance, relationships, and your personal values. And expect satisfying changes as well with all of this planetary movement and alignment. And in fact, I'm now just going to go into more specific planetary alignment that will give you a much broader idea of what I'm talking about. So we've actually got quite a lot of other things going on that are all playing little factors into this kind of energy that we're going to feel off of the new moon. So we have currently got Pluto in retrograde. And this new moon, we need to release the things that we think provide us with a false sense of security and safety. Key word being false sense of security and safety. Money, finances, material possessions, long-term goals, self-worth, comfort and love all make up that Taurus energy. Again, we're back to those basic needs, the things that we need in our life. The things that make us feel rooted, the things that make us feel grounded. And now is the time to believe in yourself and your capabilities. So don't rush things. Just pay attention to all of the little things that are going on around you and presenting themselves to you. And this will help you become successful in all of your endeavors. Now, this moon harmonizes with Uranus, meaning that the urge for change is strong. This combo is an ideal for innovative yet practical manifesting. So stick with methodical approaches and make the necessary adjustments, and this will ensure that your goals are then met. Now, Uranus is also the planet of surprises and sudden change. So be aware that upheavals may occur, offering you opportunities for growth and for transformation. Upheavals does not necessarily need to translate into a negative context at all. These changes are necessary, and it kind of this planet in motion brings those to us because it's actually quite necessary for our own growth. And then we've got Jupiter, the planet of expansion and abundance, closely aligning with the new moon, activating energies of the recent Uranus-Jupiter conjunction. And then yesterday, the day before the new moon, Mercury and Chiron shared a conjunction in Aries. Now, this cosmic alliance will prove to be very fruitful, as it gives us the motivation to let go of the past and start afresh, which is all the new moon is about. Mercury is still in its retrograde shadow, so although we no longer are in retrograde, thank goodness, the shadow itself is always present on the run up to and after the retrograde phase, and this post shadow will be with us until about May the 13th. So this is a really good time that if anything needs to be dealt with or perhaps said that kind of stems from March 18th, when Mercury entered that pre-shadow phase, then now is probably the time to do so. And this lunation is an excellent moment to cultivate a new vision or a new journey, start fresh, mend the past, and heal those moments as well. The same applies to projects or endeavours, perhaps ones that you kind of put to the sidelines or left on the back burner. This is a great time to pick that up and continue forward. You've got a great inspiration and motivation behind you that will help move you and power you on. Then we've got the stellium of planets is in the sign of Taurus. Now, a stellium is where 3 or more planets are clustered together in a sign. And in this case, they are the Sun and the Moon, Jupiter and Uranus. And this collection will bring contrasting energies. On one hand, we might feel encouragement from the universe to move forward towards that thing that our heart desires. But then on the other hand, we might find ourselves feeling stuck. Stelliums can make us more rigid and more stubborn in our views, and it's possible that we will still struggle to embrace the new that is being presented to us. But fortunately, the presence of Uranus will allow us to adopt a fresh, new perspective, and it will also bring exciting views into our lives. And then we've got asteroids, Lilith, Ceres, and Vesta. And these guys are all going to link up with the new moon. Lilith is in Virgo, and it's focusing on rebellion and freedom, and it will allow to think for ourselves and embrace our beautiful individuality. And Ceres is in Capricorn, which will make us feel as though we are on a beautifully divine path towards manifesting our efforts due to the support and the encouragement that we're going to be receiving from others and those around us. And then we have Vesta in Cancer, which is urging us to access our emotions and then use our passions as a catalyst for success. So we've got some amazing energy coming off of those 3 asteroids. The Sun and the Moon in Taurus are forming a sextile to Saturn in Pisces also. Now, a sextile is when 2 planets are separated by 2 zodiac signs, roughly 60 degrees apart. And since these planets are incompatible elements, 2 signs apart, i.e. earth and water or fire and air, then they have the capacity to support each other and they flow easily and beautifully. In Pisces, Saturn is inviting us to be mindful of our boundaries, be responsible for our sensitivity, and remain in integrity with what is true. So again, we've got this beautiful flow of energy within that sextile. Saturn's activation on the Taurus super new moon offers us supportive energy to consolidate and bring us back down to earth, and bring back down to earth what we have been dreaming about as well. So it's okay to dream big. It's trying to bring that back down to earth so we can turn it into reality. And the harmonic sextile between Saturn in Pisces and the Sun and the Moon in Taurus will facilitate a considerate effort, and it will invite us to focus on what truly matters to us and what reminds us to relate to our work from the perspective of service as well. So generally speaking, we have quite a lot of really nurturing and loving and calming, manifesting energy that is occurring around us during this lunation, which is absolutely beautiful. And to be honest, I think we could all probably do with some of that energy right now. So the key things to remember is stay grounded, connect to that earth element of Taurus, connect to the yin. And because Taurus is a fixed sign and can be incredibly stubborn, right now it's really important to remember to let go of the need to hold on. And it's a classic Taurian move, just holding on because stubborn to a fault. But now is the time to let go of that feeling and be open to trying new options and new ideas, because you have all of this planetary energy offering you new opportunities, potential changes in your life, nice fresh starts and so on. So don't allow the Taurian energy to create such a stubbornness within that you're too afraid to push yourself forward and allow yourself to grow into those opportunities. Really spend time planting the seeds for what you wish to manifest into your life, focusing more because of the Taurian energy, but not entirely stuck on this point only, but focusing more onto the finances, the relationships, and where you can bring things into manifest. Embrace everything with an open and humble heart as it approaches to you, and keep your peepers open, because those opportunities will be dropping into your lap. It's up to you to notice and be aware that it is there. There is an amazing energy surrounding this lunation, and it is so calming and peaceful to feel that we are kind of on the come down after quite an array of energy recently. It's been quite chaotic and fiery and pushy, and it's all been for good things, and we all need that moment in our life. But right now this is all about the down, the coming down, coming back down to earth, really grounding ourselves, grounding our minds and our bodies as well, and taking care of ourselves. Taking care, whether that is giving yourself a bath and a pamper evening, maybe that's taking yourself out for a nice little treat for lunch, maybe that's eating healthy food that is nutritious and takes care of your body and makes you feel good about yourself. There are many ways that we can treat ourselves, and they will all not be the same as the next person next to us. But take care of yourself and treat yourself, and that's all that this moon is asking. To be present, to be still, to be aware and open, and definitely have faith in yourself, in your ability to manifest and bring things into your life as you see fit. Now, if you work with crystals, I would strongly suggest working with rhodonite, which is a beautiful Taurian stone, and it will help you mend old wounds of the heart and rebuild a foundation of love and compassion. Working with smoky quartz can help you focus on your personal and your spiritual growth. If you work with citrine, that beautiful bright yellow sunshiny stone, it welcomes good luck and good fortune and abundance. And we've talked about abundance a lot through this episode, so this is a great one to work with for that. And black obsidian also, which can be used to manifest during spiritual awakening. So if you're really working on that side of yourself during this period, then work with black obsidian to really open up what it is that you are projecting out to the world. And lastly, work with garnet, which is also connected to the Taurian energy. And this stone signifies vitality, energy, and passion, all beautiful things that are connected to the Taurus new moon and its energy that it brings with it. Well, that's it for me this time. I will be back soon with a new episode. Until then, guys, stay grounded, be present, and take care.